A Blacksmith-Silversmith Website Guide. Chapter 1. Blacksmith Websites. Blacksmith Art Websites. Abana.org. The Artist Blacksmiths Association of North America. Facebook.com/artistblacksmiths. X.com/Abana tweets. Artist Blacksmiths Association of North America, Abana. 706-310-1030. Abana.org. Society of North American Goldsmiths, Snag. 630-579-3272. snagmetalsmith.org. blacksmithbolt.com/index.html, blacksmith bolt and rivet supply. blacksmithsdepot.com, Blacksmith's Depot. Kane & Son. blacksmithsupply.com, Blacksmith Supply. anvilmag.com, Anvil Magazine. blacksmithsjournal.com, Blacksmith's Journal. ganokason.com/borisat/tip_seer.htm, ganoskin.com. astragalpress.com, Skipyak Press and Astragal Press. oakandiron.com, Oak and Iron Publishing. snagmetalsmith.org, Metalsmith Magazine. bluemoonpress.org, Blue Moon Press. metall-aktiv.de, Hephaestos. artisanideas.com, Artisan Ideas. hgtv.com, Home and Garden Television. americanbladesmith.com, American Bladesmith Society. buildingartscollege.us, American College of the Building Arts. buildingartscollege.us. craftcouncil.org, American Craft Council. artisthelpnetwork.com, Artist Help Network. artslynx.org, Artslinks International Art Resources. baba.org.uk, British Artist Blacksmiths Association. carriagemuseumlibrary.org, Carriage Museum of America. craftemergency.org, Craft Emergency Relief Fund. craftsreport.com, The Crafts Report. ccoi.ie, Crafts Council of Ireland. davistownmuseum.org, The Davistown Museum. ronrail.abana.org/design1.html, Forge and burner design page. frasermuseum.org, Fraser Historical Arms Museum. westville.org, Historic Westville. nps.gov/Hoffu, Hopewell Furnace Historic Site. horseshoeingmuseum.com, Horseshoeing Museum. iii.org, Insurance Information Institute. angeli.de/ifgs, International Association of Designing Artists. Blacksmiths. irishblacksmiths.com, Irish Artist Blacksmith Association. loc.gov/z3950, Library of Congress Gateway. metalmuseum.org, Metal Museum. morningstarmill.ca, Morningstar Mill, Ontario, Canada. nace.org, National Association for the Self-Employed. namma.org, National Ornamental and Miscellaneous Metals Association. ncarts.org, North Carolina Arts Council. ptn.org, Preservation Trades Network. nps.gov/CIR, Saugus Iron Works Historic Site. sculptor.org, Sculptor.org. slossfurnaces.com, Sloss Furnaces Historic Landmark. snagmetalsmith.org, The Society of North American Goldsmiths. vam.ac.uk, Victoria and Albert Museum. gactr.uga.edu/tv/forge/forgeweb.html, University of Georgia, PBS. Blacksmith Series. abana.org/resources/forums/index.shtml, The Abana Forums. ronrail.abana.org, Ronrail's homepage. iforgeiron.com, iForge Iron Blacksmithing Site. theronforgefire.com, the Iron Forge Fire Site. anvilfire.com/slacktub, slacktubpub. Dauphine.net/reviewers, The Reviewers Consortium, book reviews. Blacksmith shop websites. AC Designs Ironwork.com, AC Designs, Anthony Catto, Canada, BC. AHernsAnvil.com, Shauna Hearn, Ahern's Anvil Incorporated, SC. AirmetMetalworks.com, Airmay Metalworks. New Jersey. ANVIL-ART.com, Doug Adelman Anvil Art. MT. AnvilMuseum.com, Anvil Museum, NC. AnvilWorks.net, Lee Badger, Anvil Works. AppleIronWorks.com, Paul Siebenthal, Apple Ironworks, in. ArchitecturalMetalsmiths.com, Architectural Metalsmiths, Doug Whaley, Frank Trousel, CA. ArchIronCreations.com, Andy Chambers, Arch Iron Creations, New York. ArtisansOfTheAnvil.com, Artisans of the Anvil. ArtisticAnvil.com, Artistic Anvil, Fleming Ironworks, Travis Fleming, A.L. ARTMETAL-IVANBAILEY.com, Yvonne Bailey Metal Studio, G.A. BadgerVillage.com, Badger Village, Steve Hackbarth, W.I. BearHillBlacksmith.com, Ralph Sproul Bear Hill Blacksmith, N.H. BellaIronworks.com, Bella Ironworks, Jill Turman, C.A. BensonDesigns.com, Benson Designs LLC, Jeff Benson. BerndMergener.com, Berndmergener Metal Design, NC. BighornForge.com, Bighorn Forge, Dan Naumann. W.I. BLACKSMITH4U.com, Frontier Forge Ray Baker. BlacksmithChic.com, Blacksmith Chic Lorelei Sims. BlacksmithRick.com, Custer Forge and Welding W.A. BLKSMTH.com, Shady Grove Blacksmithing NE. BokenCampsForge.com, Mark Bokenkamp. BoonsHooks.com/boon.html, Smithboon, Hooks. BradshawMetalworks.com, Bradshaw Metalworks, Ben. Bradshaw, G.A. BrownMetal.com, David Brown Metal Design. BurdetteMetalsmithing.com, Burdette Metalsmithing and Design, Harry Burdette, C.O. CardinaStudios.com, Cardine Studio, VA. CenterForMetalArts.com/uri-hafi.html, uri-hafi. Israel. ChapitMetalsmith.com, Lowell Chapit Metalsmith. ChostoForge.com, Chosto Forge, Bill Durrett, G.A. ClayHillForge.com, Clay Hill Forge, Dale Morse. CNYGlass.com, CNY. Glass and Metal Design Studio, Christopher and Jacqueline Rice, New York. ContosMetalArts.com, Contos Metal Arts, Chris Contos, AZ. COTTONWOOD-FORGE.com, Samuel Dembitsky, Cottonwood Forge, CO. CraigCaviar.com, Caviar Forge and Gallery, Craig Caviar. CrawfishValleyForge.com, Crawfish Valley Forge, VA. CrazyMountainForge.com, Crazy Mountain Forge, MT. CrossCustomWorks.com, Cross Custom Works, New York. DanielDole.com, Daniel Dole, Codornis's Forge, CA. DanielSmithBlacksmith.com, Daniel Smith, Blacksmith, TX. DavidDuskin.com, David Duskin, CA. DIABLO-FORGE.com, Diablo Forge, David Flynn and John Molden. DylanForge.com, Dylan Forge, GA. DRGNFLY4G.com, Randy McDaniel, Dragonfly Enterprises, PA. EvolutionIron.com, Evolution Iron, Corey Walters, Canada, Ontario. FabcoFabrications.com, Fabco Fabricators, Jim Birdsong. FaChristMetalsmith.com, Frederick A. Christ. FE.FI, Jaconi Minen, Finland. Featherstoneforge.com, Featherstone Forge. FerndaleBlacksmith.com, Blacksmith Shop, The, Joe Koch's. FlashingForge.com, Flashing Forge, Alan Flashing, or FlickerForge.com, Flicker Forge, Mo. FloodplainForge.com, Mark and Mindy Gardner, Floodplain Forge, IL. FormandDairyForm.com, Form and Reform, CA. GallupForge.com, Gallup Forge, Eddie Rainey. GaryGloine.com, Gary Gloin, CA. GearhartIronworks.com, Gearhart Ironworks, John Emmerling. GeorgeForge.com, George Forge, George Yvonne Per RI. glensforge.com/metalwork/welcome_page.html, Highland Forge. Glen Hoare, W.V. GonzalesIronworks.com, Gonzales Ironworks. Ma. Great Circle Forge.ironart.com, Great Circle Forge. O. GrizzlyIron.com, Grizzly Iron, Roger A.Z. GuadalupeForge.com, Guadalupe Forge, Inc. TX. Hoffmansforge.com, Hoffman's Forge, JYMM Hoffman. HollyFisher.com, Holly Fisher, MI. HotIronBlacksmith.com, Hot Iron Blacksmith, Bud Harvey. HotMetalWorks.com, Heart of Texas Metalworks, LLC. HoundandHairForge.com, Hound and Hair Forge, Bill Clemens. HUGHESCCHD1.com, C&C Ironworks, Charles Hughes, O. IceForge.com, Iceforge, New York. IFRAM.fr, Fevres, France. INCANDESCENT-IRON.com, Incandescent Ironworks, Steve McGrew, WA. IndigoIron.ca, Indigo Iron, Lisa Benove. IRON-TO-LIVE-WITH.com, Iron to Live with, Helmut Hillenkamp. IronaPPilaForge.com, Iron Apple Forge, PA. IronHorseForge.com, Iron Horse Forge, KY. JamesDeMartis.com, James DeMartis, New York. JeffFettyIronwork.com, Leaning Oak Forge. WV. JohnsonMetalsmithing.com, James Johnson Metalsmith. Joseph.net, Joseph's Custom Ironwork, CT. Joseph'sBlacksmithArt.com, Joseph Milk Canada BC. KestrelRidgeForge.com, Kestrel Ridge Forge, J. Silber. CosmoVA.com, Lipko Ironworks, Igor Lipko GA. KPOriginals.com, KP Originals, Keith Planch. ColemanIron.com, Coleman Architectural Blacksmithing. LaughingCrowForge.net, Laughing Crow Forge, John Weiner, TN. Lightlink.com/Durand, Durand's New York Forge. LoneStarForge.com, Lone Star Forge, TX. LProctorIronworks.com, L. Proctor Ironworks, Luke Proctor. LucianaVaryBlacksmith.com, Lucian Avery VT. MageIChammer.freeservers.com, Dave Mudge. LA. MandalaCreations.com, Chris Gavin, MD. ManukaForge.ca/index.htm, Manuka Forge, John Montieth, CAUB. MarkAsbury.net, Mark Asbury School of Blacksmithing. MasterBlacksmith.com, Iron Leaf Forge, Tony DeCaro, KY. MattMyersSculpture.com, Black Toad Forge, Matt M. Myers, IL. MaynardStudios.com, Maynard Studios, Matthew and Corrine Mayard, KY. McLeanForge.com, McLean Forge, Boulder, CO. McClellanBlacksmithing.com, McClellan Blacksmithing. MetalArtByGale.com, Metal Art by Gale, Gale Wall, NC. MichaelBudd.ie, The Forge, Michael Budd Ireland. MichaelZahari.com, Michael Sari, CT. MindoverMetal.com, Mind Over Metal, Richard Schultz. MobiusIronworks.com, Mobius Ironworks, Eric Mobius. Munio.co.uk, Munio Studios, England. mwt.net/bkmetal/index.html, Coca Metalsmiths. Nibelungenschmied.ch, Peter Gagster, Switzerland. NorthernCrescentIron.com, Northern Crescent Iron, Matt Waldrop, NC. NorthWindsForge.com, Northwindsforge. NewYorkBlacksmith.com, New York Blacksmith, Larry Hagberg, New York. OrlandoForge.com, Orlando Forge, New York. OzarksSeahool.com, Ozark School of Blacksmithing, MO. PCQuicksilver.com, Paul Casey, Quicksilver Metalsmithing. PersimmonForge.com, Persimmon Forge, David Edwards, KS. PeterFells.com, Peter Fells and Phoebe Palmer. PhillipsMetal.com, Phillips Metal, Pa. PhoenixMetalwork.com, Karina Mensoff, Phoenix Metalworks. PlainAnAnvil.com, Peffers Plain and Anvil Ltd, Ontario, Canada. PostVilleBlacksmith.com, Postville Blacksmith Shop. ProspectHillForge.com, Carl West, Prospect Hill Forge. RustWaterForge.com, Rustwater Forge, Kathleen Holmes, NM. SamuelYellen.com, Samuel Yellen Metalworkers. SchiffArchitectural.com, Schiff Architectural Detail, Ma. SchindlerMetalworks.com, Schindler Metalworks. ShelleyThomas.co.uk, British Blacksmith, Shelley Thomas, England. SilverCityIron.com, Silver City Iron, Corey Blanc VA. SkyArtStudio.com, Sky Art Studio and Gallery. CT. SouthGABlacksmiths.ning.com, South GA Blacksmiths. SpanishLake.com, Spanish Lake Blacksmith Shop. SparksWillFlyForge.ca, Sparks Will Fly Forge, Mark Poop Marty. SwordandStone.com, Sword and Stone, CA. THAK.ca, Forge and Metal Studio, CA Ontario. ThayerHouse.com/Doug, Thayer House Forge and Studio, Doug. Thayer, MI. TheApprenticeBlacksmith.com, The Apprentice Blacksmith. TheForgeWorks.com, The Forge Works, Tim Cisneros. ThemeTallShop.net, Eric and Deborah Montgomery, The Metal Shop, CA. ThornMetals.com, Thorn Metals Studio. TurleyForge.com, Turley Forge, NM. UnityForgeMain.com, Chia and Steve Murdoch, Unity Forge, Me. VelCADesign.com, Velika Metal Design, Eric Velika, FL. VLVTomer.Ltd.com, Roberta Elliott Velvet Hammer Ltd. WayfarerForge.com, Wayfarer Forge, Gerald Boggs. WhiteHorseForge.com, Whitehorse Forge. MI. WoodandIronworks.com, Wood and Iron Works, Frank Aniofer and Annette Lavalette, MT. WroughIronArt.net, Wrought Iron Art, Oleg Shishkin, Oakville, On, Canada. WyomingMetalsmiths.com, Rick Metz. Wyoming Metalsmiths, WY. Chapter 2. A Silversmith Website Guide. Silversmith Organizations. Silversmithing.com, Society of American Silversmiths. Industrial Designers Society of America/IDSA. 555 Grove Street. Number 200. Herndon, Virginia 20170-4728. 703-707-6000. IDSA.org. Manufacturing Jewelers and Suppliers of America/MJSA. 57 John L. Deach Square. Attleboro Falls, Massachusetts 02763-1027. 800-444-6572. info@mjsa.org. mjsa.org. National Tooling and Machining Association/NTMA. 1357 Rockside Road. Cleveland, Ohio 44134-2776. 800-248-6862. info@ntma.org. ntma.org. The Silver Institute. 1400 I Street, NW number 550. Washington, D.C. 20005. 202-835-0185. silverinstitute.org. Society of American Silversmiths/SAS. POB 786. West Warwick, Rhode Island 02893-0610. 401-461-6840. SAS@silversmithing.com. silversmithing.com. Silverware artisan worker job websites. silversmithing.com/jobs.htm. silversmithing.com/forum.htm. Handmade business. handmade-business.com. Silver Magazine. silvermag.com. Metal Forming Magazine. metalformingmagazine.com. Bryn Morgan Press. brynmorgan.com. Books on metalsmithing. Industrial Designers Society of America idsa.org/innovation. idsa.org/Joe B. Boward. silversmithing.com/jobs.htm. ntma.org/resources. Silversmithing websites 1. briandouglas.co.uk, Brian Douglas Silverware. jamesbaldwinantiques.blogspot.co.nz, Antique Silver and Design Blog. christopherhartop.com, Christopher Hartop's Antique Silver Collector's Guide. ifranks.com, ifranks Antique Silver, London. acsilver.co.uk, AC Silver Specialists in Antique, Vintage and Sterling Silver, Newcastle upon Tyne, UK. Silversmithing websites 2. 1atelier.htmlplanet.com. 3m.com/market/safety. alexbernard.co.uk. americanstyle.com. anu.edu.au/ita/csa/g_s.html. art.academic.mh.edu/jewelry/index.html. artmetal.com/mailman/listynfo/sandbox. arts-crafts.com. assoc-restores.com. avenue.org/arts/furniture. barrythomas.co.uk. benny.co.uk. bmw@mont.co.uk. brownsilversmith.co.uk. brynmorgan.com. butlersilver.net. candicebeardsley.com. chaleylambertsilversmith.com. clausbjerrying.dk. collectikes.net/hallmarks/index.html. craftemergency.org. craftemergency.org. crafthouse.ning.com/profile/Billy J. and Heidi. craftsreport.com. craftsreport.com/June96/labels.html. creativesolutionsonmetal.com/index.htm. cybersquirrel.com/clc/clcindex.html. cynthiaide.com. dangavon.co.il. edensterling.com. ericssonsilver.com. ethicalmetalsmiths.org. farrellsilver.com. finishing.com. fsg4u.com. ganocasin.com. ganocasin.com/index.htm. greenviewercell.co.il. handmadecontemporaryjewelry.com. harlanbutt.com. hazard.com/msds. hectormiller.com. henryvspencer.com. history.org/life/trades/tradesil.htm. humenic.catholic.org/index.html. urkelc.usps.gov. isa-appraisers.org. johnmarshallmetalsmith.com. josephbrandom.com. kathyhart.com. Silversmithing websites 3. lindaweiss.com. metaglyph.com. metalmuseum.org. metalworld.com/metalworld. midwest-metalsmiths.org. millenium2000silver.com/index.html. mjfsilversmiths.com. mjsa.org. mmbanner.com. mmf.com/metal/index.html. mtpinc-exporter.com/metals/dictionary/dictlist.htm. owenwaterhouse.co.uk. palimpsest.stanford.edu/byrg/orgs.html. PamelaMaury-Stomford.com. PaulineWargDesigns.com. PaulReveryHouse.org. Pledge.co.uk. PrincipalMetals.com. Provent.be/stierkshof. Ptolemy.eecs.berkeley.edu/mag. Randalls2diollc.com. rachalwnroth.com/index.htm. rbrc.org. rechef.com/index.html. revereacademy.com. rocioheredia.com. ronsilverware.bravehost.com. sanctuarydesign.com/index.html. sbaonline.sba.gov. sharf.dk. shamusgill.com. shu.ac.uk/schools/cs/slidecol/pubart/canteen1.html. silvercollecting.com. Online Encyclopedia of American Silver Marks. silvercollecting.com. silverhawk.com/crafts/welcome.html. silverinstitute.org. silvermag.com/silver.htm. silversmithing.com. silversmithing.com/silver. silver-smiths.org. siri.org/links.html. siri.uvm.edu/nioshDB/ipcs-neng/neng0810.htm. snagmetalsmith.org. spratlingsilver.com/index.htm. stiller.com/myths.htm. stromzoastudios.com. studio925.nl. studioelagius.nl/index.htm. studiosusanewing.com. sermonsilversmith.com/index.htm. tjcsilver.co.uk. tommuir.org. ubutte.com.au/badwood.htm. valentiniotKOV.com. venturaboulevard.com/avi-silversmith/silversmithing.htm. whatiscopyright.org. willamette.edu/cla/art/usmuseums.html.